Most publishers are in it for the love of books. Yes, even the acquiring editors, even the marketing team, even the contract specialists. It is a labor of love that they hope breaks even and maybe even pays the bills. Some small presses are just smaller versions of traditional publishing houses, full out companies buying manuscripts and selling books. Some small presses start off with a person who self published and now wants to help other writers who want to be published without having to learn the self publishing ropes themselves. Now, that doesn't mean there aren't problematic publishing companies out there. Whether you go traditional or small press, you need to be careful. Welcome back to Morgan's video blog, where I share writing tips from the pros and, of course, my own writerly musings. Today, I'm here with problematic publishing, red flags to watch out for. So, here are the 8 red flags that I've thought of. First off, illegitimate publishers and agents. Do your research. What does that mean? Check out their website. How long has the publisher or agency been around? What sort of background do they or their staff have? Do they have publishing connections? Do they have longevity where they are? Either one can be helpful. What books do they have for sale or have they sold? Do you recognize any of the authors? Are their book acquisitions posted in Publishers Weekly? Some of the smaller deals may not be, but that's something to watch out for. Read one of their books. How well was it edited? What's the quality of their printing? Do their covers stink? Ask about their sales for both their best and their worst author. Question what amount of editing and or marketing they do. And check to see if they are pay to play or vanity presses. If you give them money and they publish you, well, if all you want to do is see your manuscript in print and share some copies with friends and family, that's fine. But these are generally not regarded as legitimate publishers. So, red flag number 2, they don't want you to shop around. With agents, most expect you to be querying between 2 and 20 other agents at the same time. It is normal to ask for up to 2 weeks to follow up with other agents who may have your full manuscript or even cold queries before deciding on a particular agent. Now, different agents and different publishers can have different visions for where they see your manuscript fitting into the market, what edits they might think are necessary, and what sort of marketing, etc., they think they can get for you. Talk to them and explore your options before committing. Speaking of committing, red flag number 3, they want you to commit to a contract before you read it. No. Just like you never have that 9 to 5 job until you have that official offer letter in hand, when you open up talks, you are interviewing them just as much as they're interviewing you. At a job interview or when you get a publishing contract offer, it can often feel like they're in control. They have what you want, but you're feeling them out just as much as they're feeling you out. And if it's not a good fit, you get to say no. It is professional to see what they're offering and negotiating. If you can't agree on terms, it's professional to walk away. It's not a breach of contract and it's not quote unquote leading them on. It's just part of the business. Now, not everyone has the same vision, and that's okay. The manuscript is yours, and you get the final say with who you sign with. Red flag number 4, they want the rights. Sure, you want to sell your English language rights, your foreign language rights, your audiobook rights, get option for TVs and movies, but only if they're actually going to do something with them. Well, okay, you can get some bank from TV and movie options that never go anywhere, but if the publisher isn't planning on making an audiobook or publishing you overseas, they don't need those rights. And you can sell them to somebody else who will use them. You don't want them just locked up, sitting there, not making you money. Which leads us into number five. Let's talk about those rights. Red flag number five is they keep the rights in perpetuity. Nope. The rights always revert to you, usually in 6 months to 2 years for short stories, and somewhere between 3 and 7 years for novels. Note the 7 year thing started to become more common when Amazon's Audible decided that was their default for audiobook rights. Before, it was usually a little shorter. So, red flag number six, you have to pay back the advance if your book doesn't sell. No. If you are fortunate enough to get an advance, that money is yours. And that's awesome. For the fortunate few who get one, it's usually less than 50,000 spread across 2 years. If it's more than that, it's making publishing news headlines. Now, if you don't quote unquote earn out, i.e., make the value of your advance plus expenses, getting another advance is going to be a lot harder for your future works, but you don't owe them money back. Plus, if you earn out, or for those of us probably just getting a royalty share, the standard is 8 to 10% of the price of a physical book and up to 25% of an ebook, although your agent does get a portion out of your share. Which leads us to red flag number seven. The publisher says you don't need an agent, or that agent just wants easy money off your work. Well, legitimate publishers are usually happy for you to have an agent. A good agent is experienced with book contracts and knows what it's reasonable to ask for and what rights to pay attention to. When you have an agent, the publisher doesn't have to worry about lawsuits later claiming you didn't know what you were signing or what have you. Now, if you want a lawyer instead, be careful to get one that is familiar with the publishing industry so they know what to ask for and what's acceptable. Some authors have made, let's say, names for themselves, trying to copyright or trademark common genre tropes or euphemisms. Most of those authors have not made good names or good reputations for themselves within the publishing community. So, if you have a publishing contract in hand but don't have an agent, you can usually query a few agents with the subject publishing offer in hand or something of that nature, and one will likely offer to represent you. It's quick money for them, and I might expect they'd be fine with a smaller percentage than usual because they're taking on a lot less risk. It's already got a publisher. Am I wrong? Let me know in the comments. And red flag number eight, you know all their juicy gossip from their socials. I want an agent or a publishing company that is known for their books and their advice columns and book launches or what have you. I'm okay with an insider peek at the trials and tribulations of the publishing industry, but I expect them to be professional about it. No names unless someone has done something egregious and they can't come to terms with the offender. I I understand some people are petty and are gonna 1-star review because Amazon delivered a book instead of the chocolate truffles they ordered. Not all customers or even all authors act like professionals online. But I want my publisher and my agent to be professionals. Now, some people stand out because of birth or identity, some for causes they support. But if someone is always stepping over the line for them for stuff other than identity or declared beliefs, at some point you start to wonder why things always escalate around them. A good publisher or agent sets up clear communication guidelines, gives you updates and check ins as expected, and has more good press than bad. Are there any red flags I've missed? Do you have any horror stories you need to let out? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching and tune in again next week for more writing tips and writerly musings. Bye bye.